If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training.
SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
66,894 Ghana cedis. The requisite technical expertise, PETAG, have been struggling to keep pace.
SDF former ISCA.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct. Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cyber.
So please make a date with me, Albitankra, this and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on GTV. SDF is an initiative by the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida. Welcome, lovely viewers, to another exciting edition on SDF Diaries. My name is Albertanka. Today's episode brings back some sad memories for me. This is because some years back, I had this car I liked so much. I had a problem with it, so I took this car to the garage. Unfortunately for me, the guy who worked on it was a wayside mechanic. I ended up having to buy a new engine for my car. Well, today we're putting a spotlight on Ghana National Association of Garages. They also have benefited from Skills Development Fund. I want to find out from them what they're using the grants for and the benefits that it's going to bring their association. I'm sure that after this intervention, I will not have any problem with my car again. It promises to be exciting. Stick and stay with me on SDF Diaries.
One of the key challenges facing the informal sector is the lack of adequate skills to engineer competitiveness and enhance productivity. In Ghana, the private sector is dominated by the large informal sector, which provides employment to over 80% of the private sector employment. Among the fastest growing occupations in the sector is the automotive repairs and servicing industry, an industry which provides employment to over 500,000 people. The automotive industry has in the past 2 decades witnessed the introduction of computerized and electronic products, metamorphosing the industry focused from the traditional manual diagnosis to auto diagnosis. Other new technologies in the industry are fuel injection engines against carburetor engines, keyless start systems, automatic gear cars, among others.
The Ghana National Association of Garages was formed in 1982 under the company's code. Now, the main reason why the association was formed is to bring together all mechanics and artisans under one umbrella to have a common goal and sharing ideas in the automobile industry in the informal sector.
The sector is, however, not without challenges, especially in rural areas where access to skills upgrading is basically unavailable. It is worthy of mention that, whereas skills training in the sector is driven mainly by mastercraft persons through apprenticeship, the lack of skills upgrading opportunities for mastercraft persons who are trainers further translate to inadequate skills transferred to trainees, thereby making them uncompetitive in terms of product and service diversification and profit maximization.
One of the main problems facing the mastercraft persons within the garages is the new vehicles that are coming with their new things built in. We don't have the technical know-how to deal with these vehicles. Now, if you take into consideration that new cars, if they come in, they go with the big motor companies. After maybe 2 years, it comes back to the garages for us to work on them. So we don't have the technical know-how of those machines. Once we don't have the technical know-how, it affects the business because you see us working on one vehicle without even the appropriate knowledge about that vehicle for weeks, if not months, before we'll be able to sort of trace whatever it is. Even tracing it becomes a problem because we don't have the idea as to how the machines are working. It cuts across. I won't mention any specific car. All the cars that are coming now, you see them with electrical fittings, you see them with sensors, wires, so many things. Some of them, even you open the bonnet, you have to close it up because you don't even know where the engine is. And it's something that is in it. Even common farm, but for you to change, if you don't have the training on it, you have to find somebody or even redirect that work to somewhere else. Now, because you are redirecting those work to it makes you very, very difficult to economically even to survive. The job is coming to you, all right. You don't have the ability to handle it. You have to redirect it. And finally, you have to run away from the job simply because the job is the situation itself is kicking you out of job.
The Ghana National Association of Garages is one of the major trade associations in the country. Their job is to repair and service our vehicles, and they are part of the informal sector. In other words, most of them learned their trade and skills on the job, normally through an apprenticeship scheme. You will realize that these days most of the cars that are on the market have electronic computerized engine systems, and you will also appreciate the fact that most people who acquire their skills in the informal sector acquire these skills on older cars. So there's a challenge now for how these new machines can be serviced correctly by people working in the informal sector. So there are real challenges there. Challenges in the fact that a new vehicle can be completely damaged if a mechanic is not able to correctly diagnose the fault. And that is why when the association put in an application for a grant to be able to train its members on the use of engine diagnostic machines, the SDF committee felt it was a good proposal to be considered. In the first place, the members of the association, the auto mechanics themselves, acknowledged that they needed the skills to be able to correctly diagnose faults on modern machines. Secondly, the committee, the SDF committee, felt that this was an area where there is a skills shortage in the country. And thirdly, we recognized that if auto mechanics in the informal sector, who are all over the country and are much more present in the field of automobile repair and servicing than the formal companies, if they don't have the skills, then of course we're going to have a situation where the rate of damage to vehicles will increase. There will be cases of loss of customers because customers will be dissatisfied with the work of these mechanics. There will be frustration on the part of the mechanics themselves because they will just not be able to repair these new machines. And in a worst case scenario, you can have a very expensive modern vehicle damaged by a mechanic who hasn't got the skills to do that.
Efforts to provide professional support to members in the auto repair and services sector has led to a proliferation of several professional groups, usually referred to as trade associations. One of such trade associations is the National Association of Garages, a group with representation at the national, regional and district levels nationwide. The Accra district of the National Association of Garages is one of such groups currently benefiting from SDF funding to acquire skills upgrading in computerized automotive diagnostics. SDF has been supporting 150 mastercraft persons who are members of the association with a grant amount of 90,653 Ghana cedis to purchase a computerized diagnostics device and train 150 member mastercraft persons on the usage of the auto diagnostic system, general workshop guidelines and practices, safety and risk management, first aid and basic entrepreneurial skills. This is in recognition of the role mastercraft persons play in providing skills training through apprenticeship in the automotive repairs and servicing industry that the SDF supported the association with funds. SDF envisions that an efficient strategy to upgrade skills in the automotive industry to encapsulate computerized diagnostic skills is to first support the training of mastercraft persons, after which the skills acquired will be transferred through mentorship and apprenticeship to current and next generation of trainees.
If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training.
SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
66,894 Ghana cedis. The requisite technical expertise, PETAG, have been struggling to keep pace.
SDF former ISCA.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was, I think, number 8 in the world when it comes to cyber.
So please make a date with me, Albetanka, this and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on GTV. SDF is an initiative by the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
The benefits are also numerous. Benefits to the country and to the individual mechanics. For example, so far as the country is concerned, we'll have many more technicians and artisans who can use diagnostic machines, who can correctly interpret the data and information coming from these machines. And eventually, that will benefit the customer. The vehicle owners will benefit. Secondly, the fact that we have a new technology which has now more or less been acquired for use within the profession will mean that we are also supporting the development of technology within the profession. And thirdly, there will be increase in productivity because the mechanic who previously must have been doing trial and error in trying to figure out what is wrong with the machine will now have the benefit of a technology that will give him correct diagnosis of what is wrong with the car. So he will be able to service or repair many more vehicles in a day than previously. So productivity will increase. He will get more income, more customers will be satisfied, he will get more vehicles, and on the whole, the country will benefit because we don't need to buy many more spare parts and things like that.
Courtesy SDF, NAG members in Accra have also acquired skills in safety and risk management, first aid, general workshop guidelines and practices. To complement the technical skills training in basic entrepreneurial skills has also helped deepen the managerial competencies of members as they prepare to put their newly acquired skills into practice. These skills were acquired through an intensive 5-week training organized by the National Vocational Training Institute, NVTI.
This is a new diagnosing machine called Texa that finds its way into the automotive market here to help garages to work very well. What it does is that it is connected with laptop, which is in the office, through Bluetooth connection. You command through the laptop and the machine will retrieve the fault from the car for you in the room where you are watching on the laptop. That you can print this and give it to the customer. In solving the problem for the customer, we need to check the system very well to find out the actual fault, what the machine has detected. You test the unit to confirm. If there is a need for replacement, then you replace it, because customer safety is very important. How to use the machine to diagnose faults and using the machine to clear memory errors. A common fault like restrictions in the fuel flow system. The machine will detect exactly what the problem is and you solve it easily. Comparing to the old system where we don't have the machine, you may be thinking of different things, trying to change this, change that, change this, change that. That will prolong the time. But with the use of this machine, it is very simple, quicker, and easier to work with. We discuss or teach them workshop safety and how to manage the shop effectively. When you look at the environment, there is a lot of congestion. in case of any fire outbreak, there is no guarantee for safety because of trying to come out from the fire. So in the workshop safety aspect, we highlighted on how to control jobs, giving access ways for agencies to be around so that if there is any agency like fire, everybody can come out of the fire.
The mix of technical skills, health and safety and entrepreneurship training has not only enhanced the capacity of NAG members on how to apply new skills to generate maximum productivity, but also put them in a better position to achieve modest gains on the new skills they have acquired. Beneficiaries are optimistic about the expected impact on the training on their businesses.
Before we had this program, we were mismanaging our workshops and not doing the right thing in our workshops. So we were not earning revenue. We delay a lot of work, a lot of time in completing a particular job. So because of that, the whole artisans in garages, for instance, were very weak, and we are not able to do any money. Out of the whole day, we are not able to even complete a job, so there will be no economical reasons and money for us. But since we have this program, we have this workshop management, I have earned a lot from it. My colleagues also have earned a lot from it.
In the nutshell, I would say the technical skills that I've acquired here, when I get back to my workshop, I will also train my subordinates to work professionally. And also, we thank SDF financially for supporting this program for all mechanics, because previously you work anyhow, but now with the assistance of the equipment that we have, we'll be able to work and work effectively. And the more you work, the more revenue you get and the more taxes you pay.
We are grateful to SDF for providing us the funding to acquire this facility. And this facility has gone a long way to support us in the management of our workshop. So therefore we are very grateful to SDF. Thank you.
Another major outcome of the training in auto diagnosis has been the potential for value addition in the automotive industry. Modern sophisticated cars, which then could not be fixed due to the lack of diagnostics technology, can now be fixed by members of the National Association of Garages in Accra. This will increase their market share and profits respectively.
For the past 4 days, I've learned with the Texas diagnostic machine, which is a tool that is going to help us to work effectively, efficiently, and then get more revenue. And aside that, pay our taxes.
If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training.
SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
66,894 Ghana cedis. The requisite technical expertise, PETAG, have been struggling to keep pace.
SDF former ISCA.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cyber.
So please make a date with me, Albetanka, this and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on GTV. SDF is an initiative by the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida. All too soon, my time is up and I have to run off. But I'm excited about what SDF is doing, touching every sector of the economy, from agriculture through to industry. And today, the mechanics or the fitters or the garages have also had their fair share. If you haven't visited their office, make it a point to visit their office at East Legon. Give them a call also and check them out on their website. I have to run off now. Enjoy your day and be good. Bye for now.